Why are they putting the lids on things so tightly? Stop it. Okay? I need to be able to get it open quickly. I don't want to have to go get tools from the shed just to open the peanut butter jar.
Right? And that's why Annaliese doesn't put lids on tight enough, and then she gets yelled at for it.
This is a petition to get rid of lids. Welcome to Egg's Most Okayest Farm Girls. I'm Annaliese.
And I'm Courtney. Grab a drink. We're here to help.
Guys, today we are talking about how men are the problem. And this whole idea came about because Courtney and I both watched the Ed Gein show on Netflix. Did you finish it?
So I watched the second to last episode last night. So I only have episode 8 left.
I had to quit. I couldn't do it anymore.
You know, I've been telling Aaron this whole time, I'm like, is it over yet? Like, I don't want to finish it, but I have to because I want to know what happens. Like, there's a love story in there, which is also messed up.
Yeah. This cow cup with the teats on the bottom, I can't even look at this cup the same way after watching that show.
No.
It was just, ugh. But anyways.
Yeah.
You and I started talking about this show, and we started talking about how, like, men are so messed up. It's never women who are like these serial killers or screwed up murderers. It's never women who are doing these mass shootings at school or bombing buildings.
Or stabbing women on the train.
Yeah. Like, WTF, fellas. Can you calm your tits? Why are you so angry all the time?
Yeah. I mean, I have a statistic for you.
All right.
95% of mass shooters are men. 85% of serial killers are men. So we're talking about the majority here.
Uh-huh. It's wild. I feel like women only murder when there is a man who has it coming. Like, that man probably already tried to murder her or rape her or did some shady shit, and he had it coming.
Right.
So, like, did you find any science on, like, what is going on in their brains? I have my own theory.
I have my own theory, too. And I feel like, so, watching Ed Gein's, can we call it a documentary? I mean,
No.
I don't know how factual it is.
Right. The Ed Gein movie on Netflix, let's call it that.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he had a horrible mother.
Yes, she was messed up.
Yeah. And also in the book that I'm reading, The Gift of Fear, I'm still reading it, by the way.
You're a busy gal. It's all right.
I'm a busy gal. You can pretty much, any troubled monster, serial killer, whatever, has a troubled past.
Yep.
You can pretty much bet on that. And the common theme seems to be parents that don't love their children.
Sure. I think that and, like, mental health. Like, back when Ed Gein was alive and thriving, I guess, I bet he had some sort of, like, schizophrenia or some sort of mental health issue that back then wasn't being diagnosed. You know, right now, these days, we know so much more and it's easier to diagnose people, but it sure doesn't seem to be helping with the world we're living in.
You know what I just read before we started recording, which is very interesting to me, is he was diagnosed schizophrenic by psychologists after his murders or whatever. And apparently these days, like, he might not even meet the criteria of being schizophrenic.
Really? Like, these days it's way crazier and worse, more severe?
Yeah, that's what it said. Now I can't find it, but...
Well, that being said, I have another story that is gonna blow your mind. I was listening to the Theo Von podcast, and he was interviewing this woman who had been a detective in Boston for like 30 some years. And she was telling a story of when she was on the job, and this young man who was living in some sort of home because he had mental health issues, like he was not okay. And they were trying to get him in like a hospital, a psychiatric hospital. But they were a little too late because this man had issues. He thought the devil lived inside his genitalia. So he cut his dick off and then was just walking around in 20-degree weather naked, bleeding out everywhere. And this woman had to like pick his dick up off the ground. It was a cold day and the dick was frozen to the ground a little. You know, like when you lick a pole.
I'm sorry, but I would just leave that shit there. Like, that's not... Someone else can deal with it.
You can't be leaving... If you're a police officer or someone in that
Cover
field,
it
it's
with a
your
mop?
job to pick up the dick. Or, yeah, you pick up your own dick. You can't just be leaving dicks all over. Pick up your dicks.
Oh my God, that's so messed up.
Yeah, and they tried to, like, save it and reattach it, but it was unsuccessful. And so now I just have way more questions, because how do you pee if you don't have a dick?
They would have to make a hole, I guess.
Yeah, but anyways, mental health, men are the problem. Like,
I do want to say, I want to stress, though, that mental disorders, I mean, there are plenty of people with mental disorders, and they do not murder people.
100%. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, we don't want to put that stigma on there. But it's people
Right.
that are probably have other issues and aren't getting any help.
Right. Very disturbed, and people are seeing the warning signs and dismissing them.
Right. And then, yeah, like you said, they had a very poor childhood.
Yeah.
But so this is what boggles my mind, though. There's probably plenty of females out there who have had bad childhoods as well. I don't know. Maybe we don't know enough about this topic to talk about it, but in my mind, it just seems like women are still able to get it together and not murder people.
This is true. I mean, that was also brought up in the book I was reading last night. The author, we'll just call him Becker.
Okay.
He had a very violent, abusive childhood, and he turned that into something good and motivates people, talks with people, makes a difference. So you can use it to, and he even said, like, he spoke to a bunch of people in a halfway house, and one of the residents was like, why are you there and I'm in here and I can't leave? We had the same upbringing.
Yeah. But I think it comes down to choices, right?
Yeah.
We're all given a certain hand of cards, so to speak, and you can choose how to play them. And that's whether you had a bad upbringing, good. Like, I mean, we make choices every day, and each of them could have a different outcome. Like, I have this book that I read to the kids called The Power to Choose. And it's one of those books.
That book too.
Yeah. Like, so you read and then it's like, okay, what should Danny do?
Yes.
And it gives you kind of the good option and then the bad option. And you see, like, another bad choice is probably going to keep snowballing into more bad choices.
Right.
And yeah, all you can do at the end of the day is control how you handle things.
Right.
I just heard another quote. And honestly, it was on Vanderpump Rules. I've been rewatching the old episodes. And he said, you can't control the weather. Like, if it rains, there's nothing you can do, but you can bring an umbrella, you know?
Yeah.
I was just like, oh, Vanderpump Rules is just making me feel all the feels.
So, yeah, men they need to learn how to deal with their emotions instead of turning to violence.
Yes, and I think you and I kind of talked about this on the phone too. I feel like we as society put pressures on both genders, right? Women are supposed to act a certain way, be quiet, do this. And then I think society puts the pressure on men to be manly, to be husky, to not be scared, to not dive into their feminine side. And like, maybe if somebody just would have let Ed Gein wear a fucking dress, none of this would have happened. Like, if he could have just...
And not shamed him?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel for the men sometimes. Like,
I do.
they
Yeah.
want to do a certain thing or be a certain way. Society's like,
That's shameful.
and
No.
now you're less of a man, or, yeah.
Right. Yeah. I actually came across an account of a therapist. His name is at Therapy Jeff. And he was talking about how to make men feel more comfortable expressing themselves. And he had just a few tips.
Sure.
Sharing his emotions should not lead to shame. So help him feel safe opening up. And that means not using his vulnerabilities against him later on in like a fight. And to celebrate his vulnerabilities.
I feel like this is an ongoing struggle with my husband. For those of you that don't know him, he's not a big talker, especially not about feelings. Just like the other day, we kind of had, I don't know, I don't want to say a fight, but I was kind of annoyed with him. And I shared that with him. And he just is always like, yep, okay, sorry. Like, just wants the conversation to be over, where I'm like, okay, you've got to be feeling some sort of way about this too. And I think we could reach an understanding quicker and faster if you would just open up about it. Because I know I'm not perfect. I'm not the one that's always right. So don't sit here and act like I am. Like, tell me what's up, my man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's frustrating.
Yeah. I mean, Aaron is the same way. He's a man of a few words.
Yeah.
Like, they don't talk about their feelings ever.
Mm-hmm. Not that I want him like sobbing every day, but
Right.
if you're frustrated or you're going through something, or I did something that kind of irked you, let me know. We can work on it together. This is good. This kind of leads me into some more reasons why I think men are the problem, but a little less dark. We're gonna turn the tables here, guys. We can't talk about Ed Gein and nipples all day long.
And dicks frozen to the sidewalk.
Yes. It's just too dark, especially it's morning right now. We're still drinking coffee. Here's why I think men are the problem. Number 1 on the list. They put lids on too tight. I've said this before. Why are they putting the lids on things so tightly? Stop it. Okay? I need to be able to get it open quickly. I don't want to have to go get tools from the shed just to open the peanut butter jar.
Right? And that's why Annaliese doesn't put lids on tight enough, and then she gets yelled at for it.
This is a petition to get rid of lids. We don't need any more lids, just no more lids.
Also, I take out a giant butcher knife anytime I can't get it like a lid off.
Oh God, Courtney.
Like the ball mason jars, like with the canned lid.
Oh,
to break the seal. I'm always like, all right, let me pull this big bad boy out.
Seems excessive, but okay.
I don't know how else to do it. And I'm afraid I'm going to chop my hand off, so please.
Probably. Have you thought about maybe a smaller knife? Does it have to be the biggest knife? Perhaps a butter knife? I don't know.
Perhaps maybe just a spoon? Okay, I'm sorry. Carry on.
Never reading directions, asking for directions, or using GPS. So, reading directions. Like, if we're assembling something, first thing he does is throw the directions in the trash because he can figure it all out. And then he usually does, but there's still always extra pieces, different nuts and bolts that didn't make it into the piece of furniture. And I'm just like, okay, is this thing gonna stand up? Is it gonna work properly? Like, why can't we just read the directions?
Yeah. I hate when you get to the very end. Like, I assembled this entire desk I'm sitting at right now yesterday.
Oh, good job.
Took me forever. It's like when you get to the very end and realize you put one piece like upside down and you have to disassemble the entire dang thing because you didn't follow the directions.
Yeah. Or like if he is putting something together and he's like, oh, I just don't understand why this piece doesn't fit or why won't this work? I'm like, perhaps we should read the directions? He doesn't like that. Or yeah, just he does not like GPS, doesn't trust it, would rather just read an old school map, which becomes very stressful. I don't know. Why can't you just take the help? Needing a 45-minute bathroom break, they're in there like it's a spa retreat. Why does it take them so long to take a shit?
It takes me that long.
Are you for real?
Because sometimes you just want to relax. What's the hurry?
I don't know. I've got other places I'd rather relax, like the couch with my pants up. I don't know.
No, I'm the one in the relationship doing that. Aaron barely sits down.
Huh. Yeah, I'm with Aaron. Like, I'm waiting till I'm prairie dogging it, and then we go to the bathroom real quick, and we're in and out. Like, I feel like Tom goes in there just because he has time, and will, like, wait to see if a poop comes. Like, he didn't even have to go. Just thought he might check.
Stop.
You're making me giggle now. All right.
Because you never know, you know?
You never know. Had a few minutes.
Okay.
He'll open the fridge looking for, like, the ketchup and then be like, I don't see it. We're out. And it's just, like, hiding behind the ranch.
That's a man thing. Yeah. Specific to the male gender.
Right?
They can't find shit. They're looking right at it, usually.
But then, like, in the shed where he keeps all his tools, if I put the hammer back in the wrong place, it's the end of the world. Like, he is organized AF out there, knows where everything is. But can't find the ketchup? We had friends over and we were making cheeseburgers. Usually I buy sliced Colby Jack. I switched it up and bought some Munster cheese, so it's a different color, white versus orange. So he goes in the cheese drawer and he's like, we don't have any cheese. I was like, I just bought a pack, but it's white, not orange.
A different color.
Look again.
They should research that.
No.
Actually, no, it's not important. Research women's health instead.
Yeah. It also drives me nuts when they tell a story with zero context. Or he'll be like, oh, did you hear Dave and Michelle are going to have a baby? And I'm like, no, when is she due? Do you know what they're going to have? Like, I want all the details. And he's just like shrugs. Like, I don't know.
Oh, I didn't ask that.
Don't come to me with this information until you have the full story, please.
Right? Okay, Annaliese, hear me out. A conference for rural women, but there's a DJ and a tattoo artist.
Ooh, hear me out. A conference for rural women, but there's cocktails and we make friendship bracelets.
Okay. What about a conference for rural women, but there are no boring speakers and we just discuss goals over dinner?
Oh, girl, you're speaking my language. Luckily, this is exactly what we're doing at Four Shits and Giggles, an event we're hosting for the second year in a row. It's going down January 17th in Sauk City, Wisconsin, and tickets are on sale now. So don't sleep on this. It's going to be a rootin' tootin' good time. You're going to want to be there. Refusing to go to the doctor because he just thinks his body will automatically heal itself. He did that last year and he ended up having pneumonia. Like, he was walking around with pneumonia for a month until I was like, dude, it's not getting better. You can't breathe. Perhaps go to the doctor. And yeah.
Sometimes they can help with that.
Which, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not big on going to the doctor either. Like, I'll wait until I'm almost dying, but
then you'll find he was do it.
Yeah, he was almost dying and still like, I think it'll go away. I can handle it.
Ludicrous.
I got more. Did
he try to parasite cleanse?
No. That's just an Aaron thing. If anyone is new and just listening for the first time, Courtney's husband Aaron is convinced he has parasites and he's constantly like doing cleanses to get them out. Maybe he's onto something though, because he is slim and trim. He's got a good physique.
He does. He has no body fat. Maybe it's just
Maybe
worms
he
in there.
does have parasites and they're eating all his body fat. That would make more sense.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe he's correct.
Huh.
I think the main reason is because he works with dead bodies, dead animal carcasses.
Too soon after the
Sorry,
Ed Gein
that's
thing.
not the right conversation to phrase it that way.
No.
Not the right episode. He works with dead animal carcasses, and, you know, they're gross. There's
And heavy.
animals carry worms. So, anyways, sorry, I went on a tangent.
How about when they say, like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Even though you've told them, like, 15 times, wrote it on the calendar, put a Post-it note on their forehead, and they're still, like, shocked about parent-teacher conferences.
Right.
I don't know, fellas. We love ya. We love to hate ya. You make life fun.
Yes. I mean, there are so many good men out there.
Our husbands being two of them. They're pretty good for the most part.
It's not every man, but it's always a man. That's why we're having this discussion.
It's always a man. We are the superior breed. All right. Should we move on to what the hell?
Yeah, I've got a really good one.
All right, you go first.
Speaking of men, I took my girls to gymnastics. I was waiting for them to finish up. Actually, it was during Ellie's, so I had Isla, and she wanted to go play in the gym with some other little boys that were running around, and said, sure, why not? So I go in the gym, and I was walking by the dad of the little boys running around. I think he thought that I just walked through and left, but I actually sat down at the other side of the gym on the bleachers. Just, I don't know, to watch my own kid. I didn't feel right just leaving her. Yeah. So I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden he just lets her rip. It was like
a fart?
At least 30 seconds worth of fart. Just and it like echoed throughout the entire gymnasium. And I'm just sitting there like I don't know what to do.
She just started clapping. That would have been hilarious.
Just like slow clap, standing up.
Yeah.
But anyways, my daughter, Isla, she like leaps out from behind the little equipment and goes, Mom, did you just fart?
I love that she immediately assumed it was you.
Absolutely. And I was like, nope, wasn't me. This guy is just sitting there silent, and she would not drop it. That's what makes this 10 times worse. And she's like, Mom, just admit it. You did it. And I was like, no,
Meanwhile, you're like giving this guy the side eye, like, come on, man, fess up.
Confess your sins? Like, afterwards, I told Isla, I'm like, girl, it was the other dad that was in there. You made that so awkward. She just starts laughing.
Oh, that's great. That's great. What made me go, what the hell? I have two stories. I'll share the funny one first. We've been raising some Wagyu Holstein crosses, and they're getting close to being finished. And we have another kid who's raising them for us just because he has more pasture land and stuff. He comes to the farm office the other day and goes, well, I've got bad news. We're like, yeah? He's like, one of your steers rolled down a hill, fell into like a tree that was like split like a peace sign, got stuck in it and died. Like, what are the odds?
These steers be doing everything to try and get themselves killed. I can't. Like,
I know.
All you have to do is stand there and be a cow. Like, just grave, just stay out of trouble. And they can't just do that.
No. Is it bad, though, that I kind of wish I could have witnessed a cow rolling down a hill? Because they're just so big. It'd be so weird. Their feet would be straight up in the air.
Poor thing.
I know. I know.
That's tragic.
The other thing that made me go, what the hell? This actually happened a while ago, and I feel like I forgot to tell you this story. When we were harvesting corn silage, Lane was riding in one of the silage trucks with his best buddy, Bruce, who is like a 65-plus-year-old man. Whatever. My son is an old soul, okay? They share snacks. They have a great time. It's the highlight of Lane's fall. They were down in a field that was like pretty muddy, and the driver was trying to avoid some mud. So he kind of like drove, I don't know, off to the side, got stuck in a rut, and the silage truck tipped over onto the side. And on the driver's side, thank God. And thank God Lane had his seatbelt on. But yeah, it tipped right over. I was at home with Tom and Sage, and Tom got a phone call from his dad. And Tom didn't even tell me. He's just like, my dad needs me. I gotta go. So Tom and his dad drive like a bat out of hell to where they're chopping. And at this point, they don't know, is everyone okay? How bad is it? Like, all they know is a silage truck tipped over and Lane was in it. They get there. Lane is in a tractor just smiling ear to ear. Thank God. But yeah, I guess I talked to Bruce later and he's like, yeah, we started tipping and I didn't know if Lane had his seatbelt on. So he was like trying to catch Lane as the truck was tipping over. And then Lane's like, Bruce, it's all right. I got my seatbelt on.
Aww.
And I know. And I asked Lane about it later. I was like, did you cry? He's like, no, but I was like really shaking. I was like, yeah, I bet that was pretty scary. But like, this is why we wear seatbelts, right? And he's like, yeah. I was like, did Bruce say a bad word? Oh, yeah. He said the F word.
Oh, man, that's scary.
It was very scary. And I am kind of thankful Tom didn't tell me
Tell
until
you? I would have been freaking out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad. Glad he was okay. And yeah, everybody put your seatbelts on. That's why. You never know when you might just fly out of there.
Yep. Good reminder.
Shall we do a farm girl confession?
Yeah. So first up, we have a Jomo poop story number 4. I have not listened to this one prior, so it could be anything.
I can't believe we're already on poop story number 4. How does he have so many?
Okay, so I'm just going to let her rip. This is new to both of us. Here we go.
I was at his friend's house. It's about a 20-minute drive, and it's 9 o'clock at night, and I put on a pair of sweatpants and head out to pick him up. And meanwhile, I have this massive cake, coffee, greasy rib poop casserole brewing inside of me. It was like the perfect butt storm. And I get to this kid's neighborhood, and it's pitch black, and all of a sudden it hits me. And listen, you ladies know what it's like. Everybody has a poop story. You know when it's going to happen. You know you get the cold sweats. You can feel it. You know that you are in trouble, and that if you don't find somewhere to evacuate your bowels in 5 minutes, you are going to be in trouble. And that was kind of the moment. It just hits you like a storm. And I thought, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I certainly can't get out and poop in somebody's front yard. Yeah, that's not going to happen. So I'm holding it in the best that I can. I'm prairie dogging it. I'm playing whack-a-mole with my sphincter. A little bit tries to come out, suck it back in. A little bit tries to come out, suck it back in. Anyways, you get the picture. Let's just say you don't feel like a winner when your butt blows out your dinner, which is exactly what happened next. And just out of the blue, I crapped my pants. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've never been to prison. I don't know why my butt is so loose. Anyhow, I couldn't hold it. And like a bullet from a gun, it shot out of my bum. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm about to meet this new family. I just crapped my pants. I have got to get rid of the evidence like fast and clean myself up. So there's no gas station in sight, but there was a small little local community bank. And I thought, okay, I'm going into the parking lot. Maybe they'll have a dumpster or something I can dispose of the evidence. No dumpster. So I just am in their parking lot, carefully remove my sweatpants and the dirt bomb that I had in my underwear, throw it into their parking lot and drive off. that's the end of it. I figure that's the end of it, okay? I get to the house and I'm about to pick up my son and I realize, oh my gosh, I stink. I smell like I'm wearing a new cologne. Barnyard Delight. Open Pasture by Chanel. And I thought, oh man, please don't shake my hand. In any case, I get my son. He gets in the car. He's like, Dad, it kind of stinks in here. Yeah, I tell him the story, whatever. It happens. Son, it'll happen to you one day. Promise, I promise. So I get home. I tell my wife the entire story. And she's like, are you an idiot? You disposed of your butt burrito with special sauce in a bank parking lot? Do you realize they have security cameras in those banks? And I guarantee you they got the whole thing filmed. You are going to be arrested. And I thought, she's not wrong. Women usually are not wrong. They are right 100% of the time. Guys are idiots. So I grab a trash bag, head back to the bank, find my dirt bomb, throw it into the bag, drive off, and when I get home, properly dispose of it in the trash can. I'm sure the next day that security guard had quite a laugh when he saw the whole incident unfold on camera. I must have gotten away with it because there was no knock on the door 24 hours later where I was being questioned about the incident.
Oh my God. Jomo, that was some of your best work. Where does he come up with all these catchphrases? What was the first one?
The puns are just perfection.
What did he say? You're not a winner if you can't keep your dinner? Or what? What did he say?
Keep your dinner in your butt?
I don't know. I gotta go back and listen.
We're gonna have to replay that and make a little carousel with all the things.
The quotes. So many good things. But also, it just seems like he's always eating the wrong things and not giving himself enough time to digest it.
Right. You're having a full dinner meal with coffee. Sorry, I cut that part out because it got a little long in the beginning, but that's what he was saying. He had like a big old dinner.
Yeah.
With coffee and cake.
It's a recipe for disaster. You should know this by now, Jomo. Yeah, you should know this. Like, you're older than me, and I know this. I know we're not going to be taking that risk, making those moves. Mm-hmm. We're going to eat light. We don't have coffee at night.
No.
Gotta watch out.
If I do, I'm going to give myself the time before jumping in a vehicle, you know?
Right.
Stay close to that toilet.
Yeah. But luckily for us, we get a good story out of it. So you know what, Joe? Maybe don't follow our advice. Keep them coming. Keep making those mistakes.
Yeah, because this was his last poop story, he said. So I don't know what we're going to do now.
Well, time will tell. Maybe he'll come back. Things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's move on to what you ought to know. I have a few random ones. The first, I would like to share that Skims, you know, Kim Kardashian's like clothing line, they make a bush-wig. It is a pair of panties that in the crotch area is a bush. What? Okay, first of all,
who is buying these?
Yeah.
You can grow one.
Right, very quickly, might I add. It doesn't take long.
Nope.
Couple days.
They're sold out.
So I'm questioning these beauty standards. Are we supposed to be bald down there, or are we supposed to be having a bush, or maybe the new trend is now versatility? Is that a word? You're supposed to be versatile, like, you know,
clean shaven, but pop on the bush when you you feel.
Are they going to make one like with just a landing strip? So you know, today it's like a different hairstyle every day.
Right.
What is happening? But also Ed Gein would have loved it.
Oh, he'd be all over that shit.
Yeah, he would. Oh my God. I don't know. Who thought of that? And then the marketing team was like, yeah, like what marketing research have you done that shows people want this and it's going to sell?
Right. I mean, it's the same as the nipple bra. It's like, we all have nipples for free. Like,
Right. And if you're not nipped out, just put a Tic Tac in there or something. Like, you don't have to buy a whole bra. It's as simple as a Tic Tac.
cold beer
Yeah.
on the bosoms.
Or just flick
Same
the
effect.
nipple every once in a while.
Was this episode too much for people?
Probably.
We don't care. We're doing it anyways.
The other thing I wanted to tell you, do you remember last spring where I got that email asking me to be on Wife Swap?
Yes.
And I immediately turned them down, and now I'm having second thoughts about that because Bravo TV just released a wife swap with the housewives. So it's a regular, ordinary person wife swapping with one of the housewives. And I'm like, son of a
That could have been
bitch.
you.
Could I have been in Lisa Vanderpump's house living my best life? I didn't even think this through. Didn't think it through. Could have been me.
No, and then they would have, like, the producers of the show would be like, Annaliese, it's over. You have to go back. And you're like, no.
I'm a housewife now.
Just need a couple more weeks here, and
Yep.
then I'll go back.
Just keep them cameras rolling. I'll deliver. I'll give you what you want to see. Okay, one last what you ought to know from me. You know how Starry used to be Sierra Mist and they changed the name?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know why?
Why?
I just learned this from a friend. I didn't fact check it, so could be true, but I trust this friend. Apparently, a girl named Sierra Mist found out that Sierra Mist website domain name was not being repurchased or whatever, so she bought it and then tried to con them out of millions of dollars to get it back. And I guess they tried, but she declined their offer, so they just changed their name to Starry. And now this girl named Sierra Mist has the domain, but she shot too high. She should have. I would have taken whatever they given.
Yeah. I think I did hear something like that. Like a woman named Sierra Mist.
What a name. How do you get so lucky?
Sounds like a stripper name.
Sure does. Okay, that's all I got, I think.
Okay. I read about this study that they did. They had two groups of people, gave them the same unhealthy milkshake, same exact one.
Okay.
And they told one group it was like a protein shake, and then they told the other one how unhealthy it was.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the results were the people that were told it was an unhealthy option stayed fuller and more satisfied. And the people that were told it was healthy, they were still hungry. So basically, just tell yourself that you're eating like shit and you'll be full and satisfied.
Huh. Interesting.
Even if you're eating a healthy option, just tell your brain.
Yeah, this is shit. You're a big old fatty. Stop it.
Tubs.
Huh. That is interesting. I would have thought it would have been the other way.
Yeah.
Like, I thought the people who thought it was healthy would have more confidence and make better choices and
feel full and nourished.
Satisfied. Right. Huh. That is a fun fact. One more thing I want to talk about before we say peace out is the For Shits and Giggles event. Guys, if you haven't seen, we just announced our Farm Girl panel. So last year, it was just me and Courtney running the show. This year, we invited 4 badass women in agriculture to come up and chat with you. And it's just going to be an honest, real, unfiltered panel. Ask them anything. The cool thing is we've picked 4 people who I think have done a lot of cool stuff. So we have Liz Griffith, who is my mother. She owns a Farm Chicks Closet, but she also works for Bridgeforth, and they help people with farm transitions and getting along on the farm and employee management, all that. We have someone from Compeer who, when it comes to like starting businesses, getting grants, doing anything financial, she knows it all. We have Carolyn Alstein, who is a fellow farm girl, a friend of ours, and she's just done a lot of cool stuff on her farm with farm tours and events and just fun stuff. And then we have Dr. Kristen. She's a city girl, but she married into farming, and she's really realized that health and wellness and taking care of your mental health is so important. So she's going to share a bunch of stuff on that. And if you don't have your tickets for the event yet, like, come on, because
what are you waiting for?
Yeah, you're going to feel inspired. You're going to have a good time. This is your night, my friend, to get away, whoop it up. We got a DJ. We got a tattoo artist. We have this amazing panel, Farm Girl Mastermind, amazing sponsors, really great swag. What else do I need to say?
Shopping vendor.
I mean, pasta. Did we decide, are we going to do pasta again, or do we want to do Mexican?
I feel like we should do pasta.
It was really good last year.
I just love a warm pasta dish.
A noodle and some butter. It's all I need.
Yes.
So grab your tickets, because ticket prices are only going to keep increasing the closer we get to the event. And they're also limited. And we're currently already at our halfway point. So don't sleep on this, okay?
Yeah.
That's that. Anything else, Courtney?
That's all I got.
All right. Have a day.
Guys, thanks for hanging out with us today.
If you had as much fun as we did, would you do us a favor and share this episode with a friend?
Speaking of friends, can we all be friends over on the Instagram? You can find me at @ModFarmChick.
And me at Mrs. Green Pastures Cattle.
See you next week, guys.